All right. Next question from the Island Builder. That sounds nice. Wonder what island it is. Do employee wages need to rise to entice the youth? How does this play out when build costs rise as well? Absolutely. And I think that that's one of the biggest struggles that we've faced is you have to pay people more money. There's just no way, no matter what way you position yourself or we want to promote the trades, if we do not offer competitive wages, if we don't offer benefits, if we don't offer a lifestyle or means that other industries offer young men and women, there's no reason for them to come into the trades. We can pitch it as, hey, like blue collar. This is something that you can make something tangible. You can build a home. You can actually stand back and appreciate your work. But at the end of the day, I feel that a lot of people make decisions on which direction to go because of financial compensation. And I think that that would be huge to be able to offer young men and women a competitive wage to join this industry. The biggest struggle um, is that we have not done a good job of that over the years, and we have not. It's a very competitive industry. It is a very price driven industry, and I don't feel as a whole our industry has done a good job of marketing contractors and builders as people who can provide value aside from price. So I think that that's where our back is up against the wall, where people just aren't willing to pay more money for work because they think that you can always just find somebody to do the same thing for less. So I think that that's the biggest struggle that we face as an industry, is attracting people and then being able to compensate them properly because of the cap on what clients and customers are willing to pay for our services.
Yeah, let's add to that because I agree. Wages need to continue to rise. I think that the cost of building is skewed because so many people are wildly underpaid, specifically, owner operator trades and minorities and things like that. I think there's a huge issue with underpaying trades and efforts to produce a more competitive product for the market. And so, yes, like Tyler's right. What I will add to that is that doesn't necessarily mean that the cost of construction needs to go up. And the reason I think that is there's so many archaic processes that we take to build a home. And I think that by increasing the cost of construction, it will force us, or it should force us, to look at how we create more efficiencies, whether that's with tech, whether that's with AI, whether that's with automation, offsite building, whatever it is. We need to consider the fact that cost of labor will continue to go up. We're also becoming more and more scarce in terms of the actual labor, and we need to support and encourage innovation around tech and how we can simplify and automate and streamline the process. There's so many things that so many things in residential construction that are just wildly inefficient. And framing is a great example of it. And someone explained it to me one day, is like, you're literally having raw material show up on a job site, and you're taking that raw material and you're fabricating it in the worst possible conditions. So it's hot, it's raining, it's snowing, and then not only that, but you're sending raw material, and then someone's grabbing it, and they're not thinking about how to best utilize that one piece of raw material. They're saying, I need that piece of raw material for this particular task, not this task and task number 43, but only this task right here. And when we move that into a manufacturing facility, now you're looking at material completely differently. You're looking at, all right, well, I'm looking at the whole house and I have 3,000 pieces, and this particular material I can cut up for piece 1, piece 18, and piece 43. and stage it accordingly. And I can also manufacture it in an environment that is controlled and safer and doesn't require, a worker to bend over or climb up to a height that is dangerous. So that's a kind of an easy example, but I think that there's so much of that could be implemented into residential construction to consider how to become more efficient, because we continue to move further and further away from being an inefficient industry.